Moroni Laulu-Pututau, MLP, is joining us on the Deseret First Credit Union hotline. Moroni, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so let's go back to our Twitter question today. For you, what's the biggest difference between year one and year two of the Kalani Sitake era of BYU spring football?
Biggest thing, man, that's hard to say. I'd say the chemistry and the mindset. Chemistry, just because I think we're so much farther ahead right now than we were last year, for sure. Already having a year under our belt with the program and Ty's offense and the defense as well. And then just the mindset that, you know what, like looking at last year, we really can't compete with anyone, and we can play with the best.
And it will be fun to see that play out against LSU and Wisconsin and Utah and Mississippi State again and Boise State. So another great schedule. Describe the feeling last year as you have a new offensive coordinator, a new playbook and everything, versus this year.
Can you say that again?
Can you describe the feeling last year with the new playbook and new offense versus this year in spring football?
I think, so last year it was more like, hey, what's my assignment? Make sure I get to this spot. And this is for everyone. And I think this year it's more like, hey, let me work on my details. Now I can really read the defense. Now I'm not having to think as much. And I think that's how it is for everyone on the offense. And as far as the playbook, same stuff. Same things, just different guys.
What was it like last year having Tanner Mangum maybe sit for the majority of the year and maybe that be beneficial in a way for this year? Because last year was like, maybe Tanner should play a little bit. That was that idea. But I think when this year plays out, maybe it will have been good that he sat.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's always ready. If he would have played last year, I have no doubt that he would have done well. But now is his opportunity, and I have no doubt that he'll perform to his best ability. And having that whole year to kind of watch the offense and see what he could do better, see what he should still be doing, I think really does help. And I think that's part of the chemistry part, that we're already so far ahead and I think it's because of that.
Moroni Laulu-Pututau with us on BYU Sports Nation, joining us after spring football practice. You have made one of the more notable position changes in BYU football camp, that going from wide receiver to tight end. What kind of a challenge has that created for you? I know you said that you know the playbook better, but now you've got to switch positions from year one to year two. So what does that do to you?
Okay, if we're talking just me, I'd say the biggest thing is just the mindset. Just realizing that I got to have my hand on the ground and I gotta be able to block from the biggest of guys and then run routes on the smallest guys. So that was part of my number change as well. Just kind of changed my mindset, starting over. And so the biggest challenges for me is probably that, just the blocking and getting used to it. Coaches are helping me out pretty well, though.
How are you going to gain the weight, man? Peanut butter, chicken breast?
Oh, just gotta keep grinding, man. Throw it down the hatch. That's what Dan says, our nutritionist. He says down the hatch. So whenever I don't want to do it, I just think down the hatch. Got to do it.
So you changed to number 17. You talked about position changed, but there's a mindset, you're right, difference with that. What went into that number specifically?
Nothing, actually. I wanted to choose the most random number I could think of.
It's a prime number, too.
Yeah, no, I really did. I just wanted to say, what, I don't want any significance except for the fact that, I'm starting new goals and I'm going to kind of make something out of it. And it's just a way to motivate myself, really, just having something new.
17, the number of touchdowns that Moroni Laulu-Pututau will score in 2017.
We might need to add blocking for as well, right? Like maybe.
Yeah.
Do you have to be?
Blocking,
yeah.
Blocking for touchdowns, guys, we'll add it together.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
good.
I think that's good. Do you have to be tougher as a tight end than a receiver? I mean, you're in the box now. It's different, right? You're picking up linebackers. You're not shedding 5'9" corners.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just being willing to do it. The strength staff is getting me right, so it's just being willing and knowing and getting the technique right, and it's just different. It feels different, instead of a 185-pound corner, you got a 290-pound DN, so it's really just a mindset.
Your coaches brought up you as one of the guys that have really shown in spring football, and they're excited about the dynamic shift of you going from wide receiver to tight end. But from your eyes, looking at your teammates, whom among your teammates is really standing out this spring?
For offense or defense?
Either or.
For spring, honestly, I'd say Tanner. He's looking really good. But who pops out to me is Talon Shumway, receiver. He got a few reps last year, but for sure this year you can see that he's been dominating and he's perfecting his craft. So he looks really good.
Give us an idea of this group of receivers, because you lose 3 of the top 4 targets from last year for the second year in a row. Yet there is some talent in this group. So give us an idea of what you expect from the wide receivers this year and some guys that are playing well.
I expect a lot more deep balls, that's for sure. We got a lot of athletic guys, a lot of speed. We got Bo Tanner, Jonah Trinneman, who can fly, and then you got Talon who can jump through the roof. All very smart players, so a lot of athleticism, and I expect a lot more big plays this year than last year for sure.
So I need to ask you about the camping trip that you just went on. What was the best part of camping out with BYU football in southern Utah?
Oh, just waking up at 6 a.m. with your teammate right in your face in the tent. The best part.
Your roommates don't do that already?
Being in a 4-man tent with 5 guys, that's probably the best part.
It's basically BYU football Boy Scouts.
Size guys. These are football players.
Man. Yeah, that's when you're like, what? Why are we doing this? Why did we do this?
Nah, it was fun. It was a good bonding moment. They had a lot of activities and they fed us well, so they took care of us.
It sounds like it was basically, like a Boy Scout camp out. So who's like the scoutmaster of the group that's like, all right, go to bed?
No, there was none of that. 4 a.m.
Chaos, which is great. Spring break, right? You want some organized chaos.
Armageddon.
Yeah. What this Saturday, for the first time ever, the scrimmage and practice will be on BYUtv. You guys excited to have that, shown to the country for the first time?
Oh, wow, that is a surprise to me. So, yeah, that'll be cool. I didn't know that.
Well, tell all your friends to watch.
Now you got to crank it up, man.
Tell all your friends to watch.
Yeah, I will.
Great stuff. Moroni, it's always nice to talk to you. We wish you the best of luck in your transition from wide receiver to tight end. Down the hatch, man. Just keep pumping in that chicken breast.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
You got it. Moroni Laulu-Pututau on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline. Deseret First, your values, your timeline, your financial future.